We've reached the part of the podcast where we're going to be talking a little CFL, and who better to come on than the man, the myth, the legend at XFL Jim. How you doing today, my man?
Doing great. It's what I'm here for, Eric. We're here to talk CFL, and I'm loving life.
Dude, so we're down to the final four.
Yeah, it's go time, baby.
We're down to the final four. What were your two takeaways from last week?
One, Hamilton, their hot streak ended. Dane Evans, they're in a weird spot in the offseason. Do they stick with Dane Evans? Do they stick with Matthew Schultz? They're in a flux. Also, Montreal, you can never predict their games. Just stop trying. They're weird. Calgary, the stage was probably too big for Jake Mayer. It seemed like the stage was a little too big.
Not ready for prime time yet.
Because I saw a lot of people talking like Bo Levi Mitchell, they should have just had him. Like the whole situation in the offseason with Calgary is what is going to happen with Bo Levi Mitchell because he's already he's off the team. He's going to get traded somewhere. And he's an old time. He's a legend. He's a CFL old timer. And unknown what's going to happen with him. And BC, Nathan Rourke at even 70 to 80% is still electric. That team is offensively incredible.
If you were Hamilton, what would you do at the quarterback situation?
I saw flashes of Schultz that I liked throughout the year, especially when Dane Evans was kind of hurt and banged up. And you saw parts of this game, he kind of gave them a little bit of a spark. But then you see some real boneheaded decisions. He threw some real bad passes out there. I'm not sure. It's hard. It's hard because Dane Evans has been good. And you know what you're getting out of him. And you know you can get, for a fact, if you have weapons, you can get to a Grey Cup and you have weapons. They're in a very tough position. I'd probably stick with Evans, but it's hard to say.
So let's switch our attention to the games. We're going to be using the lines from one of the fastest growing sports books in America, PointsBet. Montreal getting 3.5 over under a 48.5. For the first half, they are getting 2.5 over under 23.5.
Gosh dang it, this one's tough. Montreal, I've been saying throughout the entire year, Montreal is the one team that can blow up this whole playoffs and win the thing. And no one's been talking about them all year. I gotta lean Argos though. I gotta lean the Toronto Argonauts.
And these are the two teams I hate the most.
I know they are.
Just two teams I absolutely despise and hate the most. If I had to have a play, I would either take the the first half under of 23.5, or I'd play the under of 48.5 for the game.
That's fair.
I mean, that's where I would lean. I think it's going to be a little lower scoring affair.
Toronto's defense is legit. Montreal can put up duds left and right. I lean Toronto -3. Okay. I'm probably going to play it just because these are the last CFL games. Get all the action you can.
Yeah, just soak it in, right, big man? Soak it in.
Oh yeah.
Next one we're going.
Or should I play Montreal because I have a Toronto future to win this division?
That'd be the smart thing to do.
And just middle it.
That'd be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do the smart okay, for the people at home, it's not very often I do the smart thing. In this scenario, I'm going to do the smart thing. I'll just throw a couple shekels on Montreal money line.
Okay. All right.
But I lean towards Toronto -3.
But being in the position you had, if you've been following all year and you have the future, you hedge out right now. Take the plus points. Yes. Next game. One of the games we're all looking forward to. BC Lions getting 4 over under 49.5.
This is a big
2.5. 2.5 for the first half. Over under of 24.5.
That's a big total. I like the over in this game overall. I kind of want to go to the Blue Bombers.
I I like both first half unders in both games. So I mean, I like the Blue Bombers and BC Lions under 24 and a half.
I would
And
play
here and
first half.
here
Yeah,
I like Winnipeg -4.
I like a -4 as well. Under 24 and a half. Yeah, the first half unders I like. I like the over in this game full though.
Now, I wonder if Bovada has a prop where it is. Let me pull this up. Let me see if Bovada. Sorry, a different sportsbook. That's unprofessional on mine.
You'll have to censor that in the actual podcast.
So I'll have to beat that out. Sometimes they have props where second half has more points than the first half. If they have that, I would love that bet for this game.
I'm looking it up. You could say highest scoring. Oh yeah, you could say highest scoring half.
Scoring half. I love the second half bet. Even money here.
Even money.
That's you know what? At the sports book I'm not talking about, I'm putting that one in right now.
I might do that for both games.
You want to do it? What is it?
It's even money for both games.
You know what, Jim? I think we just found. You know what? We just found what we're putting in. Well, what I'm putting in. So we're gonna go boom. Oh my God! Is this little bowl? Is this little piggy gonna let me?
Is it gonna let you fucking do anything?
Is it gonna let Uncle Rico do this? Are you gonna let me talk to the people?
Let the man talk. So effectively, I got Argos at plus 170 money line in this game when they're actually minus 160.
Don't worry, the basketball game we're just talking about is going to double overtime now. Even better.
Oh, you're killing it there.
Jesus Christ. Are they gonna let me parlay these? Oh my God, Jimbo.
Don't tell me.
Jimbo.
Don't tell me.
They're letting Uncle Rico parlay him. Oh, you dirty dogs, you.
Dirty, dirty dogs.
So Uncle Rico's bets are, first of all, what's your analysis of this game? Do you like Winnipeg? Do you think they're able to get it?
I think the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are the best team in the CFL, hands down. And they are like hot at the moment. They are so good. And they get better in the playoffs. Their defense is fantastic. Zach Collaros could turn it on. He could, him and Nathan Work will battle out, but I still think Zach Collaros is an amazing quarterback. They have weapons all over. I think the Blue Bombers are the best team in the league.
Mm-hmm. So these are my bets for this weekend. I'm betting in the first game. I'm going to bet Montreal and Toronto first half under 23.5. I'm going to bet more points scored in the second half than the first half at even money. Then in the second game, BC Bombers, I am going under 24.5 points. Then I'm also going to bet more points scored in the second half than the first half at even money. Then I'm going to parlay those two props together, more points scored in the second half in both games for a nice little plus 300 parlay.
Yeesh. My favorite plays are probably if I didn't have anything hedging, I would like Toronto minus the 3. I like the over 49.5 in the Bombers BC game. Those are my two favorite plays.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just don't want to take any dogs. I might do a Toronto team total over 26.5. I think they can score 28.
Okay.
And then a Bombers team total of over 27.5 is a lovely play for me. And BC over 22.5. Yes, please.
BC over 22.5. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we got some action today. You know, I'm on some unders. Jimbo's on some overs. We both kind of tend to lead to the favorites, which is a little different for us. Kind of.
Last week we were on the dogs. It didn't work out, and I just like these favorites. I like Toronto. I trust Toronto more than I trust Montreal. Montreal is like a coin flip situation. And the Bombers are, in my opinion, the best team in the league.
The best team, hands down.
Yeah.
I agree. I concur with that thesis statement. Jim, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you, my man?
You can find me on Twitter at XFL Jim. You can find me on YouTube at XFL Jim. I got a lot going on right now. There's a lot in my life. Just find me wherever at XFL Jim everywhere.
Jim, I've really enjoyed getting to know you over the past year. You coming on here every single week. It pains me to say we have one more CFL episode left.
Only one.
You can catch Jim and I on the College Football Tailgate, which streams to both of our YouTube channels this Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be on BTV's College Football Show, Captain's Profits, Friday night, 6 p.m. We'll talk then, my friend.
Hell yeah, we will.